The future has arrived, or at least in the world of transportation. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, frustrated, staring at the endless rows of cars. But suddenly a vehicle hums past you, not on the road, but in the air. It's a flying car, gliding over the chaos below. Impossible? Not anymore. Meet the XPeng X2, a fully electric flying car that just completed its first unmanned test flight in Dubai. This is not science fiction anymore, it's the real deal. A two-seater vehicle boasting vertical takeoff and landing capabilities just like a helicopter. Could this be the future of commuting? In today's video, we're diving into the evolution of flying cars, China's role in this revolution, and how the low-altitude economy could change everything we know about transportation. But before we get into the details, ask yourself, how would you feel if your morning commute wasn't stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic? What if you could fly over the streets, reaching your destination in minutes instead of hours? Sounds like a dream, right? Well, that dream might be closer to reality than you think. Imagine skipping the endless hours in traffic, flying high above the chaos, and reaching your destination in minutes. By the end of this video, you'll understand why flying cars are no longer a fantasy, and how China is leading this groundbreaking shift. Plus, I'll reveal how this technology could change everything from your daily commute to the way cities are built. Find out about the revolution in the making and happening right now. Let's rewind a bit. The concept of a flying car has been around for decades, long before anyone could imagine that it would become a real possibility. Back in the early 20th century, people dreamed of flying cars. Just like they dreamed of personal jetpacks or self-driving vehicles, the Wright brothers took their first flight in 1903. And while airplanes changed the world, the idea of personal flying vehicles didn't seem practical until recently. But now, with technology advancing at an exponential rate, flying cars are moving from fantasy to reality. Take the XPeng X2, for example. It is a fully electric vehicle that can take off and land vertically, much like a helicopter. It can soar at speeds of up to 80 miles per hour and stay airborne for 25 minutes. Imagine that, a car that flies. And it's already in the test flight phase, proving that the future is unfolding right before our eyes. The X2 has autonomous flight capabilities, meaning you can sit back, relax, and let the vehicle do the flying for you. That's right, you won't even need a pilot's license to take flight. But can this replace our daily commute? What's more exciting about the XPeng X2 is its eco-friendly design. With zero emissions, it offers a greener alternative to traditional cars. The future of flying cars is about sustainability, too. No more exhaust fumes, no more traffic jams, and certainly no more sitting behind the wheel for hours. Now, let's talk about the technology behind these flying cars. The electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL technology is what makes this possible. If you've ever seen a drone, then you already have an idea of how this works. Instead of a traditional plane that requires a runway, eVTOL vehicles like the XPeng X2 use multiple rotors to lift off vertically. Once airborne, the vehicle can switch to horizontal flight mode, much like a conventional plane. It's efficient, it's fast, and most importantly, it's sustainable. It sounds too good to be true, so how safe are these flying cars? The XPeng X2 is designed for aerodynamics. Its teardrop shape allows it to glide effortlessly through the air, while its carbon fiber body keeps it light and fast. Whether you want to manually control the flight or let the vehicle take over with its autonomous mode, the choice is yours. During its test flight in Dubai, the X2 passed rigorous safety assessments, showing the world that flying cars are not just possible, but safe too. But how practical is it? We're just scratching the surface. As amazing as it sounds, flying cars are just one piece of a much larger puzzle. And that puzzle is China's low-altitude economy. So, what exactly is that? The low-altitude economy refers to any business or activity that takes place below 3,000 meters. And that includes everything from flying cars to drones used for delivery, emergency services, and even tourism. China is leading the way in this new frontier. They have big plans for flying cars and drones, with government support driving much of the growth. By 2026, the low-altitude economy in China is expected to be worth over 138 billion US dollars. That's right, over $1 trillion. But it's not just about the money, it's about changing the way we think about transportation. In China, drones are already being used for all sorts of things. From delivering fresh seafood across long distances to transporting critical medical supplies, the low-altitude economy is revolutionizing logistics and setting the stage for flying cars to become a mainstream mode of transport. So, what could this mean for you? China has already shown how serious it is about this new frontier. The government has relaxed airspace restrictions, allowing drones and flying vehicles to operate more freely. Companies like XPeng, eHang, and Autoflight are at the forefront of this revolution. eHang, for example, has successfully tested its autonomous flying taxi and recently received an airworthiness certificate from China's aviation regulators. These are vehicles that could be carrying passengers in the not-so-distant future. And these companies are not working in isolation. China is investing heavily in the necessary infrastructure to support these technologies. But what's next? As with any revolution, flying cars face their own set of challenges. First, there's battery technology. To truly make flying cars practical for everyday use, we need batteries that can store more energy and power longer flights. Right now, most flying vehicles can stay airborne for a limited time, which is fine for short commutes, but we need longer ranges for wider adoption. Will this problem be solved soon? Then, there's safety. Just because something flies doesn't mean it's safe. Every flying car needs to undergo rigorous testing to ensure it can handle all kinds of weather and emergencies. And let's not forget about the infrastructure. We're used to roads and highways, but flying cars need vertiports, special landing pads for takeoff and landing. While some cities are starting to build these vertiports, there's still a long way to go before they're ready for widespread use. The public's acceptance is another challenge. People are excited about flying cars, but will they trust them? Will they feel comfortable jumping into a vehicle that takes off like a helicopter and flies autonomously? It's going to take time to build that trust, and companies are already working on educating the public through test flights, media coverage, and social outreach. Imagine this, your first time in a flying car. Will you be nervous? Or will the thrill of soaring above the traffic below make you forget your fears? This shift from traditional cars to airborne vehicles is more than just about the technology. It's about a fundamental change in the way we perceive travel. But despite these challenges, the future of flying cars is bright. Urban air mobility, or UAM, is set to become a major part of city life. Picture this. Instead of driving through traffic, you hop into your flying car and zoom across the city in minutes. It could change everything from how we commute to how goods are delivered. Imagine how much time we could save if flying cars became as commonplace as taxis today. These vehicles could make long commutes a thing of the past, especially in highly congested cities. And China's government has a clear vision for this future. The country is creating a sustainable, cost-effective, and quiet alternative to traditional transport. These vehicles won't just be for the rich and famous. They will be accessible to everyone, much like electric cars are today. Imagine the impact on air pollution. With zero emissions, these flying cars could drastically improve air quality in urban centers, helping countries meet climate goals. They could also provide a solution to overburdened infrastructure. In cities that struggle with overcrowding, flying cars offer a new way to distribute the traffic flow, allowing more efficient movement of people and goods. China's progress in flying car technology mirrors its success in the electric vehicle market. Just like with EVs, China is taking the lead, and we could see the same transformation happen with flying cars. Some of the technology, like the air car, was developed in Europe, and China is acquiring these technologies to push the flying car industry forward. So, what's next? As we look to the future, one thing is clear. Flying cars are no longer just a dream. With China's investments, technological advancements, and growing infrastructure, it's only a matter of time before flying cars become a part of our daily lives. Will you be ready for the day when your commute includes soaring above the city? The future is here, and it's just getting started. These are vehicles that are currently being tested and developed, with commercial flights expected shortly. The only question is, how soon will we see them in the skies above our cities? But what do you think? Will flying cars change the way we live, or is it all just hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on the future of transportation. Thanks for watching.